Leider habe ich keinen Joke für diese Folge. I guess mir ist die Zeit ausgelaufen. Steht hier Uhrmacher, Zeit. Meine Witze werden auch wirklich nur schlechter. Ne? Und damit willkommen zu einer weiteren Folge von Honkai Star Rail. Letztes Mal haben wir uns durch einiges durchgemacht. Wir haben uns durch so eine Show durchgekämpft, als wir den Zugang erst haben auf das Theater, wo sich das Stellar befindet, wie wir herausgefunden haben. Ja, und wir haben uns noch mit Robin und hier Sunday-Dings umgeschaut in der Stadt hier ein bisschen und so Leute gefragt, was ihre Meinung ist von dem Paradies hier, was geschaffen wurde. Und man sieht schon so einen Konflikt ein bisschen so zwischen den Sichten. Von Robin war das Paradies soll sein und ein bisschen so Sundays Sichten. Und jetzt sehen wir das Treffen im Traummeister, den wir bisher einmal gesehen haben in einem Kollektiv, ja, wo er Acheron angetroffen hat und sie wurde ja noch verbannt aus dem Ding. Und ja, jetzt schauen wir mal, was passiert, weil wo wir am Ende von dieser Show angekommen sind, war nur Sunday irgendwie da und Robin und Welt hingegen nicht mehr.
Indeed, Dream Master. Once the Charmony Festival begins, the Stellaron's powers, along with the song, will be broadcast across the entire planet of Penacony. And then everyone in their dreams will be unable to awaken.
This is indeed surprising to me. The dreamscape is maintained by the collective effort of the 5 families. If someone were to use the Charmony Festival to recklessly disseminate the power of the Stellaron, this individual must hold a position of great authority. Do you have any suspects?
I'd like to ask, did you really not know of the Stellaron's existence?
I would have never thought that this nameless would point the spear at me. Quite astonishing indeed.
If I have offended, the Astral Express extends its sincere apologies. But the current circumstances are dire and leave no room for meticulous inquiry. We're doing this out of concern for the Dreamscape's safety. So, if you could, please alleviate our concerns.
Ja.
Dream Master, it's just to prove that the Charmony Festival has nothing to do with the Stellaron. If we're being overly cautious, I will return to the stage to offer tribute in song.
Sunday, Robin, I've watched you two grow up and know your dispositions like the back of my hand. Both of you, right now, can surely be lauded as their most devout advocates. I already know your resolve. The magnitude of this matter is enormous and cannot be taken lightly. Since Mr. Yang has asked with such earnestness, I will personally respond in kind. If there is a need, the entire Oak family will be mobilized to heed your call. Someday, might I ask you to beseech them to cast their light unto me and question me in their stead, so that no lies may be concealed?
I will do as you command.
Robin, could I entrust you to be present as a witness, to document the truth, and to proclaim my innocence, so that all slander may be utterly dispelled?
Das muss ja nicht sein, dass die Wahrheit gesagt wird, weil soweit ich mich richtig erinnere, er hat ja aber sich trotzdem dagegen gewehrt und dafür Konsequenzen gezogen. Also man kann lügen in dem Zustand, aber man kriegt halt ordentlich auf die Fresse dafür.
I will do as you command.
May thy will be carried out on earth, just as it is in the heavens.
Oh, triple-faced soul, please sear his tongue and palms with a hot iron, so that he will not be able to fabricate lies and make false vows.
Let us begin. There is nothing else to prepare.
Understood. Question. Have you devoted your life to your god, never worshipping other gods?
Naturally.
Do you love your god as you do yourself, always heeding their admonishments?
Naturally.
Have you strayed from the path expected by your god, betraying their name?
Never.
Have you ever been inordinate with your asks of your god, coveting more than the foundation of the creation itself?
Never.
Then, a final question.
Ja. Was kommt jetzt?
Do you swear to fulfill all vows, past, present, and future?
With the Eon as my witness, if I do not deliver on my words, or if I renege on my vows, may I be cursed in accordance with divine law.
They have seen your faith, and have endorsed your faith. With this, it can be evidenced.
Just a moment.
What is it, Mr. Yang?
I have another question I hope to have answered.
Okay, jetzt bin ich gespannt.
To my understanding, the family's harmony and prosperity have never relied on so-called divine laws. The god you both mentioned, are they truly Shipe?
Stimmt, es wurde nie explizit jetzt Harmonie oder Dings Shipe erwähnt. Nice.
Mr. Yang should know that those belonging to the family toil together as if they were kin, embracing solidarity and unity under their light. All duplicity is laid bare before the harmony.
Ah, ich liebe die Scharfsinnigkeit von Yang.
Such a delicate and
Also
complex
Welt.
symphony. Which other god could perfectly harmonize this, if not for the great one, Shipe?
Perfectly harmonized. Therein lies the problem. It isn't an outsider lurking in the shadows who changed the harmony, but a dissonance that has surreptitiously emerged from within this very symphony itself. In the distant past, there existed an Eon. With one flick of the wrist, they crafted the laws of the cosmos. Their followers formed the Beyond the Sky Choir, spreading solemn and reverent hymns throughout the universe.
Oh, wir kriegen jetzt einen fetten Reveal.
Later, they fell. The route traversed by this Eon clashed with the harmony, ultimately being absorbed and fused into it. The chorus that once reverberated across worlds fell silent, and when it echoed anew, it was transformed into the hymn of harmony. Though an Eon may perish, paths with no masters still linger. In the all-forgiving harmony, echoes of bygone dissonance may subtly arise.
Mr. Yang, being overly astute can be a detriment. Especially when you find yourself alone and without allies.
Eine Drohung, ha?
So this is how it is.
For the sake of our grand cause, Sunday, please afford these two an opportunity to rest.
Scheiße.
What?
Sorry, Robin. It's just you. I did not wish for you to know this. It's a pity that things have turned out this way.
So, this is the true reason I can't sing? The shadow that envelops Penacony is actually...
Ja,
We
sag
were
es.
never children of the harmony. Our ideal paradise could not have been crafted by Shipe. True bliss can only be guaranteed by the one who transcends the many. Within the foundation of law, humanity establishes civilization, and through harmony, we obtain order.
Order, also. Äon der Ordnung, also. Ha. Aber nicht den Äon bei Namen erwähnt.
To think that there would be remnants of the Order on Penacony.
What have you done with Mr. Yang and Miss Robin?
Don't worry. I just gave them some time alone to ponder their fates.
Denken schnell, weil ich glaube, ich schmeiß dir gleich einen Baseballschläger entgegen.
You should know that these actions make you an enemy of the Astral Express.
Should we need to stand against the Nameless, it would only be myself and the Oak family involved. But we haven't reached that point yet, have we?
Naja, ich weiß nicht, wie schnell jetzt die Welt reagiert hat an der Situation, obwohl ich glaube, so scharfsinnig wie der ist. Ich glaube, er hat die Münze zu Nutzen gemacht und ich glaube, die EFK ist jetzt interessiert.
Your efforts for the justice of Penacony are evident to everyone and have been widely observed.
Hör auf, um den heißen Brei und dann kommt zur Sache.
Patience is a virtue. However, I won't hold it against you. On the contrary, I'm here to make my intentions clear.
If it is the order that drove you to imprison Welt and Robin, and you're using them to coerce our compliance, then there'll be no point in entertaining any type of discussion.
You're mistaken, Miss Himiko. They are in very safe hands, and just as the family has always proclaimed, no one can be harmed in the dreamscape, least of all in the beautiful new world belonging to the Order. Penacony and the entire universe have witnessed far too much innocent bloodshed. The strong wield their blades against the weak, and the victors push the vanquished to the brink of life. Natural selection. The world abides by this principle, establishing the well-being of humanity atop the corpses of the downtrodden. Only we, or rather, I, possess the power to put an end to this farce.
So you've decided to resurrect a dead Eon? No one's ever done such a thing.
Das ist das Ziel? Also das habe ich jetzt nicht zwischen den Zeilen gelesen.
If Miss Himiko is interested, let's draw back the veil and speak candidly. I've always firmly believed that people can understand one another through peaceful means. I'm willing to divulge the unembellished truth as to the intentions of the Order's Pathstriders, so that you will make better judgment for the Astral Express, for Penacony, and for this stretch of the universe. Words can hardly do justice to the beauty of that ideal. So, come with me, everyone. Let us retrace our steps and see once again where this road leads.
Okay.
Where'd he go?
Welcome. This isn't any location in Penacony's dreamscape. It's my inner world. The reason the scenery before you remains unchanged is because your consciousness has drawn on similar concepts to fill in the gaps.
Na toll. Hast du uns eingesperrt?
Did you do the same to Welt?
It's a tuning process. Stronger in effect and more draining on the mind. The gray-haired guest has experienced it before, so she should understand what it entails.
Hä?
Tuning allows you to intuitively grasp my feelings, which also means that I cannot hide anything from you.
Meint er damit, dass das wir mit Firefly hatten?
Now, everyone, please look at the huge screen. The road we once took begins here.
Oh boy.
From this point on, you will witness the numerous decisions I've faced. I've selected a portion of these to share with you. I believe after going through similar predicaments, you'll be able to better understand my thoughts. Let's begin. The first decision. A story about a baby bird.
Oh, here we go.
This story happened when Robin and I were very young. We were victims of the Stellaron disaster, and the family's Mr. Gopher Wood, who would later become the Dream Master of Penacony, saw that we siblings had no one to turn to and took us in.
Okay.
Later on, Robin and I lived a time with nary a care in the world. One day, after dinner, while my younger sister and I were lounging about in Mr. Gopher Wood's yard, we spotted a fledgling Charmony dove all on its own. That baby bird was tiny. It didn't even have all of its feathers, and it couldn't sing. When we found it, it was already on its last breath, having fallen into a shrub, probably abandoned by its parents. We decided to build a nest for it right there and then. However, thinking back, that winter was unusually cold, with fierce winds at night in the yard, not to mention the many poisonous bugs and wild beasts in the vicinity. It was clear that if we left the fledgling in the yard, it stood no chance of surviving until spring. So, I suggested we take it inside, place it on the shelf by the window, and asked the adults to fashion a cage for it. We decided that when it regained its strength enough to spread its wings, we would release it back into the wild. The tragic part, something that we'd never considered, was that this bird's fate had already been determined long before this moment. Its destiny was determined by our momentary whim.
Okay.
Now, I pass the power of choice to you all. Faced with this situation, what choice would you make? Stick to the original plan, and build a nest with soft net where the Charmony dove fell.
Okay.
Or build a cage for it, and feed it, giving it the utmost care from within the warmth of a home. I eagerly await your answer.
Ich glaube das hier. Vogelnest bauen, weil es das gleiche, nur dass sie frei sind. Will ihr am ersten Plan festhalten, haben Nita eine Mord, wo sie verlässt? Ja.
Interesting. Since you've made up your mind, allow me to reveal what fate this choice will bring to the fledgling. From what I've observed, there are at least 3 predators in that yard that prey on small birds. The Vossical scorpion, Asdana wolverine, and the Huntington winged snake. Even if they shy away from humans, these animals are still near apex predators in a fenced location like a yard. In such a location, only one fate awaits that little Charmony dove. A painful death. As for the choice you made, I am deeply sorry. Now, let us advance to the second decision. This time, it's the story of a dream chaser.
Firefly
This
vielleicht? Ich weiß
story
nicht.
happened when I was appointed as
Okay, ne.
Bronze Melodia, a position exclusive to the Oak family, charged with listening to the problems and vexations of dreamscape residents, and providing them with the relevant guidance. It was during that period that I had the opportunity to hear voices from all corners of the dreamscape. Joy, sorrow, arrogance, regret. The complex tapestry of human nature that formed the world. And I was fortunate to catch a glimpse of it. He was a dream chaser, and an illegal stowaway. Just like the rest of them, he came to Penacony in search of a better life. Except that, to most people, the price he paid, I suppose you could say it was.
Ist das der Typ, wo sein Haus, alles und seine Kinder aufgegeben
He
hat, oder wie?
told me, I sold everything I could at
Ja,
home.
ist okay.
The house, the land, even his 2 children. He said he could not afford to raise them, and that at least they could eat if they lived as slaves. He had a plan in place. He would buy back his children once he had made his fortune, and enjoy Penacony's beautiful dream with them. Alas, his plan to smuggle himself was somewhat clumsy, and he was sniffed out by those pig-headed hounds. After hearing the Dream Chaser's story, I immediately appealed to the Bloodhound family to cease their pursuit That way, at least he could live peacefully. But I was still too naive to the ways of the world. I did not anticipate that what I thought was a kind gesture would later lead to dire consequences. I'll tell you the outcome soon. For now, I'd like you all to make a choice.
Oh boy, was kommt jetzt?
Will you do as I did and try to convince the Bloodhound family to stop their pursuit so that the Dream Chaser may live peacefully and realize his wishes?
Oder ihn direkt aushändigen, oder wie?
Or will you remain silent, leaving him to languish while the hounds are hot on his heels until his inevitable judgment arrives? I look forward to everyone's decisions. Who knows? Perhaps they might even alter the outcome of this tragedy.
Ich würde ihnen probieren halt zu helfen.
I'm honored to witness you arriving at the same decision. Out of respect, I'll share with you the dire consequences that my choice back then brought about. First, the outcome. He attained major success. After avoiding capture, he ran a business for a few years, very quickly making a name for himself, elevating his status. He might not have become a tycoon like old Audie, but he was considered a character of excellent repute.
Und seine Kinder?
Now then, did he realize the wish he set out to achieve? No. The last time I saw him was in the real world, where the hounds were going to permanently exile him, and I was the accompanying bronze melodia. The mission was simple. Listen to the criminal's repentance. He told me the reason he was in this predicament was because he conspired to usurp the head of the Alfalfa family. When I asked him about his 2 children, he instead responded with a question. What children?
Er hat gelogen, ja,
In the end, my heart aligned with the harmony, and the good deed I dared to undertake held no value, turning instead into a wrongdoing. It created a lamentable oppressor and countless oppressed individuals.
Ja, aber das... Ja, natürlich, aber da muss man halt auch bedenken, es war ja nicht Sundays Intention halt. Da muss man wirklich die Intention schauen. Also, es erinnert mich auch ein bisschen an eine Quote von SpongeBob All of Places, von, was Patrick mal gesagt hat, Dings mit, ich habe mein Vertrauen in dir, das Missbrauchen meines Vertrauens ist deine Entscheidung, nicht meine. Und denkst hier, es war Sundays Entscheidung, ihm Gutes zu zeigen, eine schöne Tat zu zeigen. Diese Tat zu missbrauchen, es liegt bei dem Täter selbst, die Schuld. Nicht bei Sunday. Und man könnte das nicht wissen.
I once again offer my heartfelt apologies. Next comes the third and final decision. And the story this time is my own.
Okay, jetzt kommt wahrscheinlich so eine Wahl zwischen Ordnung und Harmonie, oder wie?
This story happened the day I was appointed the Oak family head. At that time, Mr. Gopherwood was the current Dream Master. And as per his wish, we had a private conversation.
Damals? Warte. Aber Gopher ist doch aktuell der Traumgeist. Okay, warte.
had only come to deliver a letter to me. He let me read its contents, and it was a letter from my sister.
Da, wo sie Penacony verlassen hat, ne?
The letter contained the usual pleasantries, anecdotes from her travels. Nothing out of the ordinary. Just as I started wondering how this letter related to our discussion, the Dream Master began to speak.
Okay.
Do you know who wrote this letter?
My sister, of course. But why would you personally visit me to hand me a letter from my sister containing mere trivialities?
Ist doch nicht von seiner Schwester. Wer denn sonst?
To help you grasp the full scope of this issue. Do you know where Robin is at this moment?
Lass mich raten, weil sie das Patagonie gegangen ist und...
From what the letter indicates, she must be in Caspelina 8, correct?
Keiner
She's
soll das
touring there
Patagonie.
right now.
Correct. Has she mentioned anything about a stray bullet?
Oh.
A stray bullet? What?
A war has broken out on that planet. It is because of this very reason that Robin chose this destination. To spread the word of the harmony. And to save the lives of that planet. She personally made for the front lines.
Oh, scheiße.
She hoped to ease the people's suffering with song, and was willing to brave mortal danger to deliver the IPC's medical supplies. Unfortunately, stray bullets show no such compassion.
Is she alright?
If the operation was successful, she should probably be recovering in the field hospital.
Damn. Das
By
hab ich
the
nicht
eon
erwartet.
above, the bullet struck her neck directly, yet possibly as a reward for her consistent deeds of harmony.
Boah,
It
Alter,
didn't
okay.
hit any vital arteries. Once you've attended to your outstanding tasks, it'd be advisable to write her back as soon as possible.
Those damned savages! I'll pack my bags right away. My gratitude for bringing this to my attention, Mr. Gopherwood.
Ich habe mir das Gefühl, er wird manipuliert von ihm.
Now you understand why she always wears such elaborate neck ornaments, don't you?
Okay, nee, das ist wirklich passiert. Okay, ich hatte nämlich Sorgen, dass das vielleicht eine Lüge von dir war.
Could this happen? Miss Robin.
Oh boy.
It's all in the past, so please don't worry. I share this in the meager hope that you will understand the harmony's limitations and predicament. As grandiose as the strong defending the weak sounds, many times, it is nothing more than wishful thinking. Likewise, I've prepared one last question, one last choice. But rest assured, this choice will not have any grave consequences.
Oh boy, was kommt jetzt?
Because this is merely a figment of imagination, a nightmare that has haunted me through countless nights. If you ever had the opportunity to make a choice like I did,
Was für eine Entscheidung, ist die Frage.
would you still support Robin's journey on the path of harmony?
Ja. Ich respektiere ihre Wahl extremst. Das ist so gefährlich natürlich, aber es ist ja gerade das, was man am liebsten will, einfach kompletter Frieden und aber leider wird es nicht immer dann eingehalten von der anderen Seite oder so. Ah.
I see. I am now aware of everyone's stances. Raising these questions merely serves to illustrate one point. The plight of Penacony cannot be salvaged by the harmony. The true foundation for a sweet dream paradise can only be established through the order where the strong govern the weak. I know the suffering of being tormented, the turmoil of losing your way, how sorrow and even despair set in when matters don't work out. All of this causes me unending pain, because this is not what happiness is at all. We must teach the weak how to live a happy life. And this life isn't some noble propriety that the upper crust preaches, but in definitive terms, a way of survival that belongs to everyone.
So what is your definition of living a happy life?
Ja, weil deine Definition ist vielleicht nicht die für einen anderen.
Good question. Human consciousness is fundamentally an illusion, a cage known as self-worth. People lured in by this illusion make mistakes, yet still ask that external influences bear the burden. When one mistake after the next permeates the masses, they become impossible to trace. Thus, the amassing of these individual cages culminate to form a prison, a place dictated only by the rule of survival of the fittest. Nature is always accompanied by predation and sacrifice. Its antithesis is known as order. That is what I want to do. Unite people's happiness under the banner of order. They won't need to make bitter choices any longer, nor face the weaknesses of humanity. They can cast aside their primal instincts to build a haven for mankind.
Ein ewiges Paradies.
Simply describing thoughts is far too abstract, so allow me to provide a simple example. As you all may know, there are societal norms like weekends and long weekends that exist on some worlds. During these hard-earned rest days, people are given the chance to extricate themselves from the stresses of everyday life, allowing a certain tranquility to return to their souls. And it is only on these days that people do not have to adhere to the law where the strong prey on the weak. They can live out their lives happily during these brief intermissions. It's just a pity that 2 or 3 days are still too fleeting compared to the span of a lifetime. From where I stand, society's ideal system should be 7 rest days. Following Sunday, there should ensue a second, a third, and indeed an infinite procession of Sundays. This should be the face of the new world. Idyllic, eternal, peaceful days. And thus, every person can return to their base selves in this utopia. Some gaze in reverence at the stars, pouring their whole beings into calculating the distance between us and the isolated world of Pagana. Meanwhile, some seek refuge in quiet corners, holding one another, unencumbered by the chains of unwelcome obligations. There would be no need to bear the hardships of reality. Only in this way can humanity face the inevitable end with the purest of spirit, living a life of dignity. This is what it is to live in bliss. Miss Firefly, you who are stricken with entropy loss syndrome, you of all would surely understand this.
Mir fällt nichts ein. Er macht einen guten Punkt.
It sounds like a flawless theory.
Ja. Aber irgendetwas, ich weiß nicht.
But what is the price to attain
Ja,
all
voilà.
this?
Das ist eine gute Frage. Wie diese
The
Ordnung.
cost is minute, merely a personal and eternal sacrifice. If this paradise is to be maintained for everyone, someone must remain trapped in solitary awakening until the end of the cosmos.
Und das willst du machen, oder wie? Oder das klingt nicht.
Awakening. Which means that this so-called paradise is still a dream. Stepping into this paradise means forsaking reality, correct?
Ja.
It is not forsaking, but transcending. Flesh, blood, sorrow, weakness. If the physical is the root of spiritual suffering, it is only logical that we defeat it.
But in this supposed bliss, people won't have defeated their demons. The chance to overcome their tribulations would be forever lost to them. In other words, it is an escape.
That's another way of understanding it. But there is no shame in escape. On the contrary, the seeds of escape exist in everyone's hearts.
Ja.
Don't you agree, Miss Firefly? And as for why life slumbers, it is because we are afraid to awaken from our dreams. But this is not in conflict with the grand plan. Only in acknowledging this can we truly understand the frailty of human nature, and from there, show compassion and protection.
I admit that you are a born leader. Your perspective on humanity brims with pessimism. Yet you express compassion for all. But unlike you, I live for the self. From my perspective, individuals making choices for themselves is their birthright.
Ja.
The want to escape may be innate in the weak. But whether they are weak or not, it is not up to another to decide. Perhaps in your mind, you also view me as weak? Because I don't think so.
Since Miss Firefly has said her piece, the Astral Express will also naturally give you our answer. We'll leave it to you. Just as Mr. McHale instructed before. Tell him our choice.
Okay. Ist das einer der einigen Mal, wo wir Stelle... Ach, leck mich, wollte nicht, langer Zeit.
Is this place?
Misha?
Does this place ring any bells, Misha?
I don't know, but I feel a sense of déjà vu. What is this place?
It's the realm within a dream bubble. This was left to the Astral Express by a nameless, but weirdly, when we entered it, it was completely empty.
Oh.
Dr. Edward from the Dreamscape sales store told me that dreams are formed from memories, and a dream bubble can't take shape if its core is empty.
Also warum reagiert Misha denn
So
drauf?
I thought you might be able to help us in unraveling this mystery, Misha. As a hotel doorman, you know Penacony best among us.
I don't know much about dream bubbles, but if you want to figure out what this mansion is, I'll do my best.
Okay.
I'm counting on you then.
Himeko, I still don't get it. Why were you so sure that Misha had a connection with this dream bubble?
In Clocky, maybe?
I wasn't sure. It was just a hunch. But since Misha feels familiar with this place, my hunch might be correct.
Dieser Ort kommt mir irgendwie bekannt vor. Es sieht nach dem Raum aus, wo wir das erste Mal...
This is
Ja.
where you and Firefly encountered death,
Ja, voilà.
which we now know as dormancy. Considering its connection to Dreamflux Reef, it's not surprising it appeared here. The question now is, who brought you here? Based on the clues we have so
Stimmt.
far, it's unlikely to be that masked fool. So identifying them is crucial to us.
Okay.
We're drawing closer to the truth once more. Let's give Misha some time, as I believe he'll unveil the secret of this dream bubble.
All right, but there are doors all over the place. Which one should we choose?
Oh, sorry.
I guess maybe this way? I'm not entirely sure, but let's give it a try.
Okay.
Wait, you managed to choose the right door?
Oh.
Weird. This place is quite different from the hotel. But I feel like I've been here before, and
Okay.
even lived here for a while.
Okay.
If I remember correctly, there should be a fireplace down that hallway. Clocky and I used to sit by the fire, listening to the crackling of firewood. And the room on the other side was the toy room. I loved spreading out all the toys from the box on the floor and making up stories for each of them. Hold on.
doesn't make sense. Didn't I grow up in Dreamflux Reef? So, what is this place?
Keine Ahnung.
This could be a case of amnesia. Don't worry, Misha. It's common for everyone to forget certain aspects of the past. Those memories haven't vanished. They're just lying in the depths of your mind.
Ich bin
We
gespannt,
can
was
surely get them back.
Ich bin gespannt, was wir mit Misha
This place
lernen.
seems familiar to you. Why don't we explore a few more rooms and see if you can recall anything more?
Yeah, then let's check out the rooms I just mentioned.
Ja, eine Idee. Also Spielzimmer und da, wo er das Feuerknistern gehört hat.
Mikhail, that's the name. Now we all know him as the Watchmaker.
Mhm.
So, who is he talking to? Do you know anything about it, Misha?
I'm sorry, I don't know much about the Watchmaker. But, Mikhail...
Anything special about that name?
Mikhail is Grandpa's name.
Okay, das ist mehr direkt als
Grandpa?
gedacht.
Do you mean you're the Watchmaker's grandson?
Okay, das ist direkt als
We
gedacht.
haven't heard anything about the Watchmaker having descendants. And the name Mikhail is not rare.
I mean, das war eine Möglichkeit, die wir
Perhaps it's merely
angesprochen
a
haben.
coincidence.
Dass ein paar
Could
von
you
den
tell us more
namenlosen,
about your grandpa, Mikhail?
vielleicht Kinder sogar hatten, also Nachfahren.
Yeah, sure. He was a seafarer who fearlessly ventured into mysterious seas and storms. He was always on the sea and had lots of friends who accompanied him on his travels. He didn't want me to call him Grandpa because that would make him sound old. He believed he was still young. The name Mikhail was given to him by his parents, Mihaly and Elise, both renowned seafarers. Every time he came back, he'd share his logbook with me and tell me about his adventures at sea. I want to become a great adventurer, just like him.
Ob sie sich auf
It
das
appears
Universum
that the
bezieht?
seafarer has nothing to do with the Watchmaker. So, perhaps it's just a coincidence?
Glaub nicht.
So, where is your grandpa now?
He went off on a new journey, and it's been quite a while since I last saw him.
Außer...
So, where has Clocky gone? Did he leave to protect Dreamville?
Außer der Uhrenmacher ist nicht Mikhail jetzt der Opa da, wo erwähnt wurde, sondern der Sohn von Mikhail, seinem Opa, also sein Vater eigentlich dann.
Heard
Maybe, I don't know, I don't know.
noises from the room. Origami Bird? That's a friend of mine.
You and Origami Bird are friends?
Yeah. It's a member of the Compass crew, just like Clocky and Miss Mirror. And there's more than just one Origami Bird. They are a big family with lots of brothers and sisters who look the same. They follow Miss Mirror's orders and handle all sorts of jobs on the ship. They're the best sailors.
Sailors? Can Origami Birds be sailors?
I guess schon.
Could you tell us more about the compass, Misha?
The Compass is a ship bound for the New World. Clocky and his partners travel through layers of fog to the depths of the sea. Whenever there is danger, Clocky will use a compass and guide the ship in the right direction.
Huh.
That's a great story. But in the Penacony cartoon, Clocky and his partners have always lived in Dreamville and never ventured out, right?
Huh? Oh, that does seem to be the case. Weird. I clearly remember Clocky arrived in the New World in the end.
The New World sind bei One Piece, oder wie?
Perhaps Clocky has a hidden past.
I think I hear the sound of water.
You once mentioned there's a magnificent fountain up ahead. Look, there it is!
Ja.
The water resembles a precious jewel embedded in the dreams of all seafarers. Every time I gaze at the shimmering lights beneath the waves, it feels as though I'm back in this place, standing by your side.
Have you recalled anything, Misha?
War das wahrscheinlich gerade, ne?
Yeah, I saw these sentences in Grandpa's logbook. He used to say
that despite the perils of the sea, whenever he stood on the deck in the afternoon, overlooking the sparkling waves, he would think of this fountain in front of his house. He often said that those moments felt like returning to his family's side, and the difficulties at sea didn't seem quite as challenging.
You know, I quite understand such sentiments.
Die 2 Antworten sind nicht gut, aber egal. Sei nicht traurig, du kriegst noch graue Haare.
Hey, don't tease! I was just being a bit sentimental.
Perhaps every adventurer far from home carries a fountain within their soul. Even though the other side of the sea remains shrouded in the unknown, the fountain in front of his house serves as a compass, leading him back to his cherished ones.
Ja.
Yeah. While Grandpa was at home, we would stand by the fountain and place the compass, a toy boat that I made, into the pool. Back then, I would ask him when I could go on adventures like him, and he would always laugh and say I was still too young.
It seems this Mikhail is truly a seafarer and has nothing to do with the watchmaker.
Naja, außer verwechselt die Seefahrten mit dem Himmel.
Based on Misha's recollections, the scenes in the dream bubble appear to be his childhood memories.
But this raises more questions. According to Misha, he was clearly born on an oceanic planet and led an ordinary life, with no connection to Penacony at all.
Stimmt.
Could this be some sort of metaphor? Perhaps the sea refers to the memory zone.
I'm sorry. I don't know, but my memories keep pouring out uncontrollably, like water flowing from a fountain. Perhaps I'll remember more things if we go further.
Maybe. Okay, dann gehen wir mal voran.
We're going to the opposite side, right?
No, we should turn
Huh? Something feels different about this place.
up ahead. Is Grandpa's study. It was in
The
Klopfen?
atmosphere in this room feels totally different.
Misha! You finally come!
Lucky. You're here. Yeah. This is the room where we first met each other.
Are those books on the bookshelf logbooks left behind by that seafarer?
Yeah. Whenever he came back, he placed a logbook on the bookshelf in his room. They contain records of his expeditions to every corner of the world. He described our world as a fountain. At some point, the sea started to gradually swallow up the land where people lived. To ensure that everyone had land to settle on, he had to continue exploring the sea and search for the source of the rising seawater. On that day, he called me to his study, telling me that he was embarking on another journey. However, I could sense the gravity in his expression. It was the same look I had seen on my father's face before his final voyage. I asked him if I could go with him, but he said that my adventure lay elsewhere and told me to stay home and patiently await a certain sound at the door.
What sound?
Ja, irgendwas Bestimmtes,
He
ne?
told me about a vast ocean in the sky. An ocean of stars. He spoke of a train that transports children with a desire to venture far away, traversing the sea of stars without
Extra
ever
Express.
stopping. He said that he knew the crew on the train, and that he had asked them to take me along. He said the journey I had always dreamed of would start there.
A train? Could it be?
Extra Express? Ich glaube auch.
It's the Astral Express. I remember now. Grandpa's friends are a group of nameless who came to this world to resolve a disaster caused by a star.
Stelleron, ja.
Then, he gave his pocket watch to me. It was his cherished treasure, appearing in every one of his adventure tales. He explained that difficult times were ahead, but assured me that the watch would guide me. He said, as long as I kept moving forward, I'd eventually reach my desired destination.
Und dann hörte ich.
And then, it was as if I heard the distant sound of a train whistle, echoing throughout the room.
Exactly, Misha! And then we followed that whistle, didn't we?
Yeah. I think I can still find the way we took back then.
Okay. Dafür müssen wir jetzt hier.
This is the dream jigsaw, right? So we're supposed to find the exit. But where can we find the last piece?
Einer der Logbücher,
Do you
maybe?
remember? You said you obtained a mysterious shard when you stumbled into this place.
Wann?
Hey, the shape seems to match.
Und das?
So this shard is also connected to Misha?
Boah, haben wir das nicht in Akt 1 oder so
Looks
bekommen?
like we're just one step from revealing the truth. Let's get to the other side and investigate.
Okay. Warte, das passt nicht. Das hier passt aber. Das passt definitiv hier rein. Und hier ist das andere.
Perhaps there's more than one right answer.
Und rein da! Hui!
This is
Fucking
it.
Freshman.
This is my room of clocks. While I spent my time waiting for Grandpa to return from his voyage, Walter gave me this workshop, and it became my secret base. Here, I learned how to repair clockwork and gears, out of my fondness of precision mechanics. In my dreams, I was the captain of the compass, embarking on adventures with my companions, Clocky and Miss Mirror, in search of the new world. I was born and raised here.
So, this building in the dream bubble is your childhood home?
Yes, but not exactly.
Okay.
This dream bubble itself is my home.
Oh, okay.
Looks like you've remembered everything now.
Wait. Why does it feel like everyone else knows something I don't?
Ja, ich weiß leider auch nichts. Alles gut. Ich will ein bisschen auf dumm machen, vielleicht ein bisschen mehr Antworten noch rauskriege.
March, do you remember when she mentioned a clocky that only she could see?
Ja.
Yeah, the little guy here, right? But we all saw him in Dreamflux Reef, right? And Mr. Yang even greeted him.
Looks like everyone on the Astral Express has a childlike spirit.
The answer lies in the Astral Express. Her experience shows that neither Firefly nor Acheron can see this clocky.
Die vom
And when you were in
Expresspreis.
Dreamflux Reef, you may have noticed that for some reason, nobody outside of the crew had ever talked with Clocky.
Ja, da. Das heißt, Misha? Ja, das ist jetzt mir auch aufgefallen.
A mimetic life that can only be seen by a select few? It's just like a hidden message, left by someone for the nameless.
But Misha can see Clocky too, right? They even grew up together. But Misha hasn't started the way of the Trailblaze yet.
Naja.
That's the key to the mystery, March. Now, take a moment to recall. Have you ever seen anyone outside of the crew interact with Misha?
Stimmt.
Wait. No way!
That's the answer, March 7th. This dream bubble is the place where I was born. And I'm a dweller in this dream. Just like a memory zone meme. I should have stayed here and waited for you. But when reality and memories merged, I unconsciously pushed open that door and left the bubble with Clocky.
So it's not that the Watchmaker's dream bubble is empty, but rather the stuff inside ran away?
Yeah, I guess.
And the whistle you heard was the sound of the express arriving at Penacony?
That's one way to see it, but I believe there's a longer story behind all this. It's best for Misha himself to explain all the details. How about we start with your name? Now, should we call you Misha, or...
Mikael, also.
Thank you all for helping me rediscover my true self. Now, please allow me to reintroduce myself.
Lass mich raten, Mikael.
I was born on Lusaka, in the Presmere system. Adopted by seafarers Mikhail and Char.
Entschuldigt.
They gave me a treasure. A name that carried their hopes.
Hat sich in einem Traum wiedergeboren, oder wie?
Mikhail Char Legwork. Or simply, Misha.
Hat sich wiedergewonnen im Scheißding, der Uhrmacher.
You can call me by a more familiar name. The Watchmaker.
Damn! Und wir haben ihn so früh angetroffen eigentlich.
So, you're the Watchmaker himself?
Damn!
Unfortunately, that legendary figure is no more. I am only a reflection of his life. As for the child who has been with you, he's the innocent protagonist of Misha's childhood dream. A friend of Clocky, a young apprentice, and a future mechanic on the Express.
Tirantan, oder wie hieß.
And this also marks the beginning of his journey, devoted to the Trailblaze.
At the end of the journey, I left this little flame, which I so cherished, in my deepest dreams, hoping to pass it on to the nameless of future generations. However, he somehow left the dream bubble and forgot all about his task. I apologize for all the confusion this caused.
Damn. Was ein Plotte.
Because he was born with a desire to trailblaze, wasn't he?
Ja, voilà.
I don't think Misha has forgotten his role as a guide. He remembered it, and that's why he mistakenly appeared as a hotel doorman in her dream from the very beginning.
Stimmt.
The one who brought our unconscious friend here must have been Misha. If that's the case, we encountered the Watchmaker's legacy from the beginning, didn't we?
Stimmt. Ich habe gar nicht mehr gedacht ans Vermächtnis, ja.
Well, I have a sarcastic friend who says I always take big detours and end up back where I started. Perhaps that's what every nameless has to go through. But in the end, you found me. I'm sure you're all wondering what my legacy is. I believe my hound has mentioned the Stellaron and my wealth. If I may apologize, the Stellaron part is real. As for my wealth, however, it's nothing more than a baseless rumor. I left my homeland as a child and embarked on the journey of Trailblaze. I traveled to various planets until finally reaching Asdana, where my friends and I built the original Penacony and fought for its future ever since.
Und alle auch ihre Leben gelassen haben.
I've been moving forward all my life, doing what I could to overcome the obstacles in my path. But ultimately, my journey reached its end, and I left behind no possessions worth entrusting. So, if you ask what's left within this worn-out train engine that can be called a legacy, I suppose it's the things that are still burning in the engine's furnace.
Now that you're well aware of the current situation of Penacony, I certainly hope that you'll help me get this world back on track. But I'll leave that decision to you. For the path of Trailblaze is never paved by others.
Und ich denke, das wird uns jetzt helfen gegen Sunday,
All I
ja.
have for you is a story and 2 gifts.
Okay. Geschichte als erstes
I
wahrscheinlich.
want to give you my pocket
Okay, nee,
watch. It has accompanied me throughout my long journey, guiding that naive child forward, and has been blessed with the presence of so many great people up to this day. And my hat, too. The one who navigated for me placed it on my head and planted a fanciful thought in my mind. The Trailblazing Expedition.
Ach du Scheiße, jetzt. Wie es mir nicht aufgefallen, sein Hut sieht extrem sinnig aus dem beim. Oh mein
It's
Gott.
time for you to make your choice. Once you've made up your mind, open that door and enter the long dream of an old man.
Damn, jetzt sehe ich erst die
I'll be
Ähnlichkeit
waiting for
zwischen
you at
Helm,
the end of
Hut
this
sieht.
corridor of time.
All right, everyone. Let's make a decision. Although I don't think anyone will have any objections.
Ich glaube auch nicht. Ich will den Trailblaze aus.
Of course. We've come this far. Surely there's no other option than moving forward.
In that case, it's unanimous. Then let's proceed together to the end of this stream and tell Mikhail our decision.
Und dann mal los. Was ein Plot-Twist. Dann wach auf und weine. Okay. Oh, Flashback. Sehen wir jetzt die Vergangenheit.
Where are you going?
Someone has to step up and save Lushaka. So why can't it be me, Misha?
Please don't go. And if you must, please take me with you. Don't leave me alone.
Even without me, you know how to proceed forward, brave Captain Misha. The compass is waiting for you. Haven't you always wanted to be a better adventurer than me? Now go, board that train and start your journey.
Where are you going, Mikhail?
I'm going to clean the floor in the parlor car. I've promised the conductor.
Wait, first tell me, did you fix this watch?
Yeah?
I know what it looked like before. Its chain was broken, the back case torn, and the marks on the dial all worn out. How did you manage to fix it?
Well, it's hard to explain, but I knew it could be fixed. It's the hands, Mr. Amundsen. Its hands were intact and pointing in the right direction, so I knew there would be a way to fix the rest.
I see. You'll work with me from now on. Haven't you always wanted to tinker with this train? You're its mechanic now. As for the conductor, I'll do the talking.
But I only know how to fix watches.
Don't worry. You've got what it takes. I'll teach you what you need to know.
Where are you going, legwork? It's time to head to our next stop.
I'm staying in Astana with Rosalina and Tiernan.
I see. This place reminds you of home.
The people of Astana have only achieved a tiny victory, and still have a long way to go towards true freedom. Hanunu needs us. Don't worry, not all journeys lead to the stars. Even if I leave the Express, our path of Trailblaze will continue.
Yeah.
Yeah. I knew you wouldn't stay on the Express forever. Leave in peace, my friend. And, take this with you.
This is Mr. Amundsen's hat.
Huh.
But why?
When he departed, he said he would leave it to his best student. Well, I suppose the time has come. Farewell, legwork. Take care of Tiernan and Rosalina. And don't forget to write to us.
Ich frage mich, da wir jetzt schon hier ein bisschen von so Trailblazern hören, die die Reise irgendwo an einem Planeten enden, ob das wahrscheinlich auch ist, was wir erleben werden, dass wir vielleicht mit der Zeit sehen, wie March, Himiko, Welt, Deng Heng ihre letzten Stopp erreichen. Und wir auch. Oh, das wird Aua.
Where are you going, Watchmaker?
Don't worry, Micah. Just going on a little trip. Someone has to be at the forefront of the interstellar frontier, and I'm the only former nameless in Penacony. So why can't it be me?
Because you're all we have! Have you forgotten about Tiernan? The cosmos is way more dangerous now. What will happen to Penacony if we lose you too?
But what will happen to Penacony if we don't find a way out?
Touché.
Tiernan. How could I ever forget him? I've spent countless sleepless nights asking myself why I didn't go with him back then. We Nameless won't stop. Don't worry, Micah. It's just a matter of getting back to my old profession. Just wait for me to come back. But if, and it's a big if, if I don't come back in one piece, then you'll become the next Watchmaker.
Where are you going, old man?
Oh, you're here.
Answer my question. What are you up to?
Relax, Gallagher. I just came up with a great idea. Wanna hear it?
Oh, come on. Aren't all your ideas just ways to get yourself killed? I may be blunt here, but you're the last remaining hero in Penacony. If you die too, the secret of the Stellaron will go to the grave with you.
Yes. I'm afraid there's no way out in Penacony, so I'll have to consider alternatives beyond Asdana. We'll organize a festival using the Watchmaker's legacy as a facade and send invitations to the entire cosmos to gather people here.
So, a desperate struggle against the family?
Was scheint ja zu funktionieren.
Desperate? Don't we have you here, my friend? This task is challenging, but what hasn't been challenging for us along the way? Well, whatever you do, remember, make sure to send an invitation to the Astral Express.
Und das hat auch.
Misha! Where are you going?
Oh, it's you, Clocky. Take me to Dreamflux Reef. Last night, I had a long dream about the day we met. I want to write down that dream.
Oh.
Write it down? Why?
Oh, so I won't forget. Do you remember how you got your name, Clocky?
Of course! You told me that when you were a kid, you lived in a room full of clocks. Those wall clocks and pocket watches grew up with you and were your best friends.
Yes, but what I didn't mention was there's a funny misunderstanding behind it. I was a kid, and there was always a special pocket watch in my memories. It was with my grandpa, guiding him on his sea voyages and leading the way in his every adventure story. I wanted to have a pocket watch like that too. And that's when you appeared in my dreams.
Yeah. Every night, we boarded the compass and set sail together.
But you know what? It wasn't until the day my grandpa gave it to me that I realized it wasn't a pocket watch at all.
Sondern Kompass, oder?
It was a compass. So, your name should have been Compassy.
And the watchmaker is just a nameless.
We've arrived at Dreamflux Reef. So, where to next?
You know, Clocky, I don't think I'll be going anywhere else.
Oh boy. Den Mondschein ausruhen.
I've traveled far enough, and it's time for a little break.
Oh. So, we'll set out again. When you're rested?
No, I'll stay here. And then, this is where it ends.
Lass dich raten, die These du gegen Sunday. Einer, der ewig träumen wird, damit der Rest die Realität kann erleben.
This is where it ends? What do you mean, Misha? You told me that the trailblazing expedition would never end.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Aber die namenlosen enden.
It's up to you to decide your next destination.
My next destination? What's that supposed to be? I've been following you. Misha? You're acting weird today. If you're feeling down, we can just do what we usually do. With the clockwork.
No, I'm not feeling down. As for clockwork, yeah, it resolves all problems in this dream.
Oh, was ein Shot, ey.
So, do you know what clockwork actually is?
Oh, was kommt jetzt?
I'm not quite sure.
Well, everyone gets lost at times. They may hesitate and doubt which way to go. That happens in this dreamscape and beyond. But don't worry. Everyone goes through moments of uncertainty and hesitation. Eventually, they gather the courage to make bold decisions. Whether it's calming, happy, angry, or sad. All they need is a little nudge to take that step toward where they truly belong. I'm leaving that little nudge with you, and I hope you'll share it with others. Such is the essence of clockwork, the will of the trailblaze.
Oh Mann. Oh nein! Oh nein!
Clocky's hands spin around non-stop, indicating confusion.
Ah, scheiße.
And weakness. But ultimately, people still need to move forward.
Just like your hands, always pointing ahead. This is where my journey ends. From now on, it is your path to walk.
Trailblazing means taking paths your predecessors forswore and venturing even further.
Let's go.
The Penacony and Mikhail's dreams does not belong to order.
Geil. Holy shit. Aber hier enden wir die Folge. Alter, da wird's nächstes Mal explodieren alles. Wir sind übelst lange schon wieder unterwegs. Ich glaube, mein Speicher macht auch gleich nicht mehr mit, deswegen ich muss aufpassen. Oh mein Gott, ich bin gespannt, was das hier wird. Oh boy, das wird sehr heftig. Das war, also die Plot-Twist hier und damn. Okay, das hat gerade gut, also die Folge war bombastisch geil. Und nächstes Mal wird, glaube ich, auch krasser, weil wir uns immer mehr gerade zum Klimax hochbauen. Ach du Scheiße. Aber ja, dann danke fürs Zuschauen. Ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen. Man sieht dann tief ins Internet. Bye bye.